Cozy Cloud Stories.
Cleo the Caterpillar's Cozy Cocoon. In a quiet meadow where the sun painted the grass golden every morning, lived Cleo, a little green caterpillar. Cleo was curious and playful. She loved crawling over leaves, nibbling at tasty plants, and watching butterflies dance in the air. "Someday you'll be like them," said Grandma Beetle, who often told stories of change. Cleo tilted her head. "Like them? With wings?" Grandma Beetle chuckled. "Yes, little one. But first you'll need a cocoon." Cleo wasn't sure what to think. The butterflies looked beautiful, but the word cocoon sounded strange and scary. A cocoon was a tight place where she would have to stay still and rest. Cleo didn't like the sound of that at all. One day, after munching a particularly juicy leaf, Cleo's body felt heavy. Her legs grew tired and her eyes grew droopy. She yawned. "You're ready," whispered the wind, brushing through the tall grass. "Ready for what?" Cleo asked. "For your cozy cocoon," the wind replied gently. Cleo wriggled nervously. "But what if it's too dark? What if I get stuck? What if I never come out?" Nearby, her friend Benny the bumblebee buzzed over. "Don't be afraid, Cleo. When I sleep inside my hive, it's dark too, but I always feel better after. And I nap underground all winter," added Tina the turtle, peeking from behind a rock. "It feels strange at first, but rest gives us strength." Cleo listened, but her tiny heart still fluttered with worry. That evening, as the sky turned pink and the crickets began their song, Cleo climbed onto a tall stem. She spun gentle silk threads around herself, slowly weaving her cocoon. With every strand, she felt more nervous. "This feels like building a tiny house," she whispered. "But why do I have to stay inside it?" Her friend Lila the ladybug landed nearby. "Because sometimes the best changes happen while we rest. Trust yourself, Cleo." Cleo took a deep breath. She finished her cocoon and curled up inside. It was warm and snug, like being wrapped in a soft blanket. At first, the silence felt too big. She wriggled and wondered if she had made a mistake. "I miss the grass. I miss the sun. I miss my friends," she whispered. But soon, the gentle rocking of the wind made her eyelids grow heavy. Cleo drifted into the deepest sleep she had ever known. Days passed. The meadow went on buzzing and blooming. Benny carried pollen, Lila played hide and seek, and Tina basked in the sun. They often looked up at Cleo's cocoon and whispered encouraging words. Inside, Cleo dreamed of flying. She dreamed of stretching her legs, of colors she had never seen before, and of floating gently in the sky. Then one bright morning, Cleo stirred. Something inside her had changed. She wriggled and pushed, and slowly the cocoon cracked open. Fresh air rushed in. The sunlight sparkled. Cleo stretched and gasped. Her body wasn't the same. She had wings. Delicate, shimmering wings painted in shades of blue and gold. They glistened like drops of morning dew. "I am a butterfly," Cleo exclaimed in wonder. She flapped her wings gently at first, then stronger, until she lifted into the air. She soared above the meadow, higher than she had ever dreamed. Her friends cheered below. "Look at Cleo. She did it," shouted Benny. "You're beautiful," called Lila. Cleo laughed with joy as she twirled and glided. "It was worth it," she said. "The cocoon wasn't something to fear. It was my safe place to grow." She landed softly on a flower and looked back at the empty cocoon. It no longer seemed scary. Instead, it looked like a cozy little reminder that sometimes resting and waiting are the bravest things we can do. From that day on, Cleo shared her story with every young caterpillar she met. Whenever one of them trembled at the thought of the cocoon, she smiled and said, "Don't be afraid. Rest helps us grow. And when you're ready, you'll see you won't just come out. You'll fly." And so the meadow filled with butterflies, each one remembering Cleo's courage, and the cozy cocoon that helped her become something beautiful. Rest helps us grow. Just like Cleo, sometimes we need to pause, trust the process, and allow ourselves the time to change into something wonderful. If you like this story, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video. Sleep well and dream nice.